Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. And today I'm going to be doing my What Sold, which will be for last week, Monday through Thursday, January 8th through 11th. And my sales were average. This week, not so average. But that'll be for next week's video. But I'm happy with the way things are going, y'all. I'm getting so much work done. That my newest issue is I'm getting so many listings processed and they're piling up, and I'm not getting them listed as quickly as I can. I try to list 25 a day, but more because that's about the extent of my focus. After about 25, I just find myself thinking of what else needs to be done, clicking over to Facebook, just all of the things that, I shouldn't be doing. By that time, the rest of the house is starting to get up because I get up early and list. I'm ready for breakfast, just all of this stuff. So I'm going to have to start allocating more time, either early in the morning or later in the day, to do some more listings because, I've got them ready. I might as well get them listed because you can't sell it if it's not listed. All right, let's get to it. One sell on Posh and nothing on the other platforms except, of course, eBay. This is why eBay will always be my first and foremost. And, there's lots of people who, say negative things about eBay, but eBay is the best platform for the things that I sell. If you're new to my channel, I've been selling on eBay for 25 years. I've only been cross-listing for a few years. I use List Perfectly. The way I do it is everything gets listed on eBay, and then I pick and choose which listings are going to get cross-listed to Etsy, Mercari, and Poshmark. Etsy's going to be ending as far as a platform I plan on using or giving any effort to. Next month, I've got a few listings still out there that when they end their 4-month thing, then I'm going to not be renewing anything. Mercari is right behind it. I don't know if I'm going to give it much more effort either. I'm going to focus on Poshmark as my secondary platform. I list all of my clothes on Poshmark, but I pick and choose the other things that I want to put on there. So I'm going to try to spend more time getting more stuff on Poshmark. But eBay, as you guys can see, all my sales, and that's not all of them. It's a large majority of them, though. eBay is where we get our primary income from. Probably should have said this at the beginning, and Robert, you might want to jump it to the beginning or not. I also do not do free shipping. So when I say something sold for a set amount, they also paid for shipping. All right, first thing on Poshmark was this Lee denim jacket, sold for $28. eBay, lots of bread and butter, y'all, lots. And I say this all the time, it's what pays our bills. I don't mind listing tons of stuff, $8 to $12. I do take offers for less than that sometimes, but it all adds up. First one was Wild Republic Blue Lobster. I think it sold the same week I listed it. Took a best offer of $7. This was from the Goodwill bins. Baby plush rattle lot. I've been doing a little bit more of these where I put, a few baby items together. And it can be different brands where I don't like to do that with other things. But this lot sold for $8. Fisher-Price Little People Bert from Sesame Street. This was from the Highway 127 sale we went to, not this past year, but the year before. I bought a bunch of vintage Little People, and I'm down to not very many pieces of it left. Bert sold for $7.22. Turtle fur ski cap. This is something Robert picked up. I'm not sure if it was a bins pickup or an estate sale. But I was pleasantly surprised at the comps for it. It sold for $22.45. the same person who's bought all of the other Hard Rock t-shirts that I picked up came back and bought another one. This one was from Atlantic City. He's paid $16 for each of the t-shirts. I want to say this is probably number 8 or 9 that he picked up. I paid $1 each at a churchyard sale. Ryman Nashville Bear plush. I pick up a lot of advertising plush. They tend to do okay for me. They may take a little while, but eventually somebody who's been to this Ryman Nashville place may go to eBay and start looking for something just as a commemorative. Sold for $10.45. Fun Farm, I'd like to find that brand. I think it's part of Dakin, but I tend to do really well with it. It doesn't seem to stick around for a long time. This one was from 1980 and it sold for $8.02. All right, this was more of the homeschool curriculum that I had set aside of our own that we were no longer using. I went ahead and got it listed. I've still got tons that I've not listed. But these were called Story of the World. They are a history curriculum. This person bought volume 4 and volume 3 set, paid $48 for the 2 sets. White Mountain puzzles. Robert and I do a lot of puzzles, and then I turn around and I list them on eBay. A lot of these puzzles sell for like $8 to $10, but we enjoy doing them, and then we just sell them, still make a profit on them. Sold for $9.86. Indigo by Clark's Women's Boots. We like Clark's. I thought these would sell for a whole lot more. I didn't really comp them when we picked them up. Probably paid a couple of dollars for them. They sold for $16.12. Animal Adventure Rabbit from 2006. As we get heading towards Easter, I anticipate selling a whole lot more rabbits. This one sold for $22.45. Unicorn brass. I actually sold 2 brass pieces. I don't have a whole lot left listed, but I have a whole tote that needs listed. This 3.5-inch figure sold for $9.40. Thomas the Train blanket. It sat for a very long time waiting for me to get it listed. Listed it, got a pretty quick offer on it for $40. I just decided to go ahead and make it gone. Y'all, when your sales are not where you expect them to be, I mean, mine was okay this week, but I really encourage you, when you get offers, make that algorithm happy. Go ahead and accept the ones that are not ridiculous. And usually when I start accepting a lot of these types of offers, I start selling more stuff. So just tidbit of something that I do. Funny thing is I think this white bear with the purple, I showed in a recent haul, and I realized I had several of this GAC brand bears listed. So I went ahead and took them all down and reshuffled them. These sold almost immediately after I relisted them. They were just cute little white bears in costumes, $17.95. Fisher Price Loving Family Dollhouse Stuff. This is a viewer sale, so thank you so much, Tracy. Tracy bought this set for $29.66 and this baby lot for $31.45. So thanks again, Tracy. Mattel Baby That-A-Way Doll. 1974 was not working. Sold for $24.25. I love these types of buyers because she sent me a message right after she accepted my offer for it, thanking me for making the offer to her, how excited she was to have this doll added to her collection. And then after she received it, she sent me another message thanking me. So I just love receiving those type messages. Chicago Cubs Bear Plush Reversible. Sold for $24.22. I pick up a lot of sports plush. Of course, a lot of it is from St. Louis Cardinals. Hallmark Snoopy Valentine's Day. Again, going to start selling some more of that stuff about this time of year. Sold for $8.02. Another brass item. This one sold for $11. I think this is the one the person left me feedback saying she remembered this, either it was her mom's or her grandmother's, and she just wanted to have it for her own and just because it was a great memory. Baby Groot, from Galaxy of the Guardians, sold for $20.21. Care Bear Cousins, this is the pink elephant, sold for $11.66. Mattel Minnie Mouse plush, lights up, sold for $17.95. Another viewer sale, so thank you so much, Sherry. Sherry ended up getting most of my Annalise that I had recently listed. She picked up the Valentine's and the St. Patrick's ones for a total of $28.70. And then she picked up these Mobility Mice plush for $24.22. And this Valentine's mouse for $26.95. So thank you so much again, Sherry. Superior Toy and Novelty. It is one of the vintage brands. They're like carnival style. They're really stiff, plush. I'll pick up, this is one of the exceptions to the unicorns because I've sold several of the unicorns and then some of the other animals. This was 9 inches tall, sold for $8.02. Jimmy Snoopy Valentine's plush sold for $19.76. Douglas Francine the Fox sold for $8.96. Bread and butter, y'all. Bread and butter. Annalie Elf Christmas Ornament. This one I had just listed from this last trip. I picked this up with one of the tall plush and it sold almost immediately for an offer of $7. But it's just a little 5-inch ornament. Redhead men's shirt, $9.46. It was a very old listing from the beginning when we were just starting out, so I was glad to finally get one of the old listings sold. I got a return on this. Somebody had ordered accidentally. She stated that it was a duplicate. Got it back, relisted it. It was still in its original packaging, and it sold immediately for more than I had sold it the first time. It was sold at my sale price, $35.95. This is one of the Jingle Pals. This was a nice sale. These were a bunch of the Legos. When we went to Cincinnati, I bought a bunch at Savers, pulled all of the minifigs out, and then sold the remaining parts of the bags that I had picked up in lots. So this person bought the first 2 lots, paid $70 for both lots. Dandy Rabbit, another rabbit plush, sold for $12.07. Sesame Street Cookie Monster, just a cute plush with his little diaper and cookie, sold for $12.07. Talbot's Puffer Women's Jacket. This was from the my favorite little estate sale where I bought lots of high-end clothes, lots of Talbots in larger women's sizes. Paid, I want to say, some I paid $5 for, some of the big name brands, but a lot of them I paid $2 or $1 on the clearance day. This one sold for $20. Doug the Pug plush. This was just recently listed from one of my hauls, $20.66. K&M Little Orange Seahorse, $8.83. Walmart Rottweiler Dog, 12-inch from 2018, $13.45. Fisher-Price Little People Chunky Helicopter. This I picked up at the Habitat Restore beginning of last year. I bought a huge tote of the chunky little people with some of the vehicles. I want to say I paid $50 for all of it, but there were a lot of figures in there. This sold for $7. Mary Meyer Ben & Jerry's cow sold for $10.45. This was a Fontanini camel figure. I found 2 of them at the Goodwill bins. This is the second one to sell. Sold for $24.95. Right after I listed it because my sale hadn't even started yet. Folkmanis black hand puppet plush. Sold for $17.95. It's being returned. Supposedly the person who bought it said they can't get their hand in it. So they're returning it. But I'm grateful that they picked, what did they pick? Didn't fit, instead of trying to claim that, because the message started out, you know, I expected the handhold to be bigger. I can't get my hands in it, yada, yada, yada. But they picked didn't fit instead of trying to claim an INAD. Russ Tabitha cat plush, $10. Mathological liar. Say we picked this up at the bins. Thought we might use it when the boys were younger. Again, it's stuff that was in our curriculum. Sold for $8.02. Vintage Toy puzzle, $7.95. Y'all, this has been listed forever. Forever. Finally gone. Everything sells eventually. Hug Fun pink pig plush, $8.02. And last but not least, Disney Daisy Duck 20-inch sold for $13.45. All right, y'all. It's time for me to get back to work, so get to work. Bye.